Talking tropics right now with Dr. Greg Postel. And Dr. Postel, what is the deal? All of a sudden, the tropics have come alive.
How did this happen, Chris? Just a few days ago, we thought maybe the Atlantic would never have another hurricane again, with it being so dusty and dry and stable. How could you even get a thunderstorm? But we have a hurricane right now, Hurricane Beryl right in here. Yes, most of the tropics are all practically cloud-free, but this found a little spot where it was like, all right, let's see what you can do.
And this is a little spot. And if you're looking at a bigger image, you might not even notice that this is going on, right?
Let's zoom in like a lot with our magnifying glass, our special magnifying glass, to show you how small Beryl is. So this is basically the entire circulation, not like the worst part of it, but like the whole thing. And that's 40 miles. You want to draw some comparisons to some familiar hurricanes of the past.
And like Katrina, how big would Katrina be compared to this? So here's Beryl, right?
Here's Beryl.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's your 40 miles. It's like about as big as Chris's torso. So Katrina, the hurricane force winds in Katrina were in a diameter of about 170 miles. That would be about 2 of these monitors. 2 of the monitors, Chris, that's just the hurricane part, the hurricane force winds of Hurricane Katrina, not the entire cloud pattern. We're looking at the entire cloud pattern of Beryl here.
So the entire cloud pattern. Okay, so like you said my torso, but here, just Katrina from the entire thing.
2 Chris's.
Would be two me's.
2 CW units, Chris 1 units.
That's big.
That's big. That's Katrina, and this is basically half the size of your torso.
So what do you think? What gives?
What gives? Well, you know what? Hurricanes that are small and weak generally are a little bit more susceptible to hostile conditions around them, like wind shear and dry air that could make them collapse very quickly. But small and intense hurricanes, it's a little less clear because sometimes they can develop a little bit of stability around them. They're like containment vessels, and they don't allow some bad air from the outside to get inside.
And I think I heard you say something earlier. There's not a lot of analogs. You don't have a lot of comparisons, right?
Not only do we not have a lot of comparisons to something this small as to like what it might become, but we also don't have any way of really measuring how strong it is because all of the satellite techniques that are used to look at the cloud patterns and how strong this thing is are designed for bigger hurricanes. So even using the standard techniques, we're like, well, I'm not sure. This kind of like falls in the grid points. It's like, how strong is it? Well, we don't really know.
Because you can't measure it the way you would measure most hurricanes. It doesn't fit. You don't have to.
It doesn't fit.
So it's essentially like if you're going to buy shoes, remember the old metal things they put your feet in?
Yes.
They don't make them that size.
They don't make them that small.
They don't make them that small for this.
They don't make them that small. This is like a baby gap version of a hurricane. But it is heading toward the Lesser Antilles this weekend, and there could be some bad weather with it for some of those islands, but the one next door might not have any clue what's going on.
So you're telling me there's a lot of unknowns. And what I want to know from you is we're looking at a couple of days. You wake up in the morning, and what would you not be surprised to see, worst case scenario?
Oh.
What would you not be surprised to see? So I guess I'm saying, what's possible with this, worst case scenario?
Well, it could strengthen a little bit more because it's actually going to be moving over warmer and warmer water.
Oh, no, the forecast is coming here.
Yes.
Let's get down to it.
Let's get down to it.
What's the worst case scenario when it's in here somewhere?
That we have a Category 2 hurricane. I think that would probably be the high end of the event.
But within the realm of possibilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's possible to have a Category 2 hurricane. That's the Hurricane Center's forecast. And I do think that is actually on the higher end of the scale. I mean, I do think perhaps the expected value may be a little bit less than that, but there is a risk to see a Category 2 hurricane moving through here in a very, very localized spot. Maybe even like half an island would get those kind of conditions, and then the island nearby, whichever one it happens to be, might not even know what happened.
What are the chances through the weekend you're vacationing on, not you personally, but if someone's vacationing on one of these islands, they don't notice anything at all?
Good chance.
Okay.
Because most of them probably won't really know what happened or what went through.
It's that small.
It's that small.
No matter how strong it is, it's that small.
It's not this entire cloud pattern. It's this part of that cloud pattern. That's how small it is.
All right. What else do we need to know about Beryl?
Beryl will continue to barrel its way through the Caribbean. Whatever happens to it will continue moving northwestward and may get through the Bahamas, bringing some kind of weather. We just don't know. Again, because this is so small, little changes or big changes in intensity could happen very quickly.
All right, Dr. Postel, thank you so much.
Yep.